Hello and welcome to Brno again. Here we are again in the Czech Republic for the second race of Formula Division 2 races here on Masaryk Circuit, this beautiful racing facility in the Czech Republic in South Moravia, and we're gonna watch another open wheel race here in Brno, and again I believe it will be really exciting because this Division 2 Formula Series is a nice combination of the older Formula cars from various series, for example from Euro Formula Open, and it only means we have a nice combination of Dallara cars and also Tattoos cars. Also, we have a Czech driver on the grid, Václav Šafář, racing again in Division 2 Championship, and as always he's racing for GT2 Motorsport with number 98 on his Dallara F320, starting in F3 Cup. So again, this is also very important because of the different classes on the grid. Yes, the starting grid has been divided into the classes according to the performance level of the cars. So we do have F3 Cup, F3 Trophy, Formula Regional, and also Formula Light Cup. So we do have 4 classes on the grid, with the Czech driver Václav Šafář. Of course, he knows Masaryk Circuit very well. He is also the former champion of Central European Zone, so it's a famous open wheel name in the Czech Republic. And again, it will be Benjamin Berta, the Hungarian, starting the race from pole position. Next to him is Sandro Celer, the Swiss guy with number 44. The Czech guy I was talking about, Václav Šafář, starting from the 3rd place with number 98. Kurt Böhlen in P4, Andrea Benali in P5, Dino Reservo starting the race from 6th place, Enzo Stentala starting from 7th on the grid, Oliver Crutch in P8, Lee Cunningham in 9th place, Andre Petropoulos in P10, Marcel Tobler starting the race from P11, Enrico Milani from 12th on the grid, Ludwig Kronaviter starting from P13, Larsen Stick starting the race from P14, and as you can see, in total we do have 21 cars on the grid for the second race of Division 2 Formula Championship. The grid is getting clear now, so we are just moments away from the start of the formation lap. And of course we can check on the results from yesterday. It was actually the first race of the weekend of Masaryk Racing Days here in Brno. And yesterday it was Benjamin Berta, the Hungarian driver behind the wheel of number 1 Dallara F320, who won the race yesterday. So Benjamin Berta is one to beat here in Brno. Sandro Celer finished the race in 2nd place yesterday, ahead of Kurt Böhlen in P3, so it was the Hungarian winner. And then we've got 2 Swiss guys on the podium as well. Andrea Benali finished the race yesterday in a P4, and Václav Šafář was there in 5th place. And just a few moments ago we saw Václav Šafář on the grid, of course in colors of GT2 Motorsport. So this will be a good chance for Václav Šafář to fight for the podium possibly, because he is starting from the 3rd place this time. and he knows Brno very, very well, believe me. So this is his home track actually, and he has a strong motivation to fight at last for podium, because this is the first race weekend of the year for Václav Šafář. So he hasn't been racing for a while, so he wants to prove himself again. This is number 81. One of the tattoos cars, I believe. And I must say that for open wheel racing fans, that this is a brilliant weekend here in Brno, because we have two very full grids of cars for two championship. We have 20 cars in Formula 4 Central European Zone Championship and 21 cars here in Formula Division 2 Championship. So if you are the fan of open wheel racing, this is the place to be. Of course, besides Formula 1 in Monza this weekend. This is 5th racing weekend of the season for this Formula Division 2 Championship, or Drexler Cup if you want. And we can also take a look on the previous results. The previous race weekend took place on Slovakia Ring in Slovakia at the end of August. The first race was won by Sandro Celer. He is also starting here in Brno. And the second race was won by Sandro Celer again. So Sandro Celer took 2 wins in Slovakia. And this time here in Brno, it is much more complicated for him actually, because he has to race also against Benjamin Berta, the dominant Hungarian driver from yesterday. And also in the second qualifying, Benjamin Berta has been absolutely dominant. He won the pole position again with his time 1:48.1. Sandro Celer was there in P2 with 1:49.9, so almost 2 seconds of difference between Benjamin Berta and Sandro Celer in qualifying earlier today. Václav Šafář was there in third place, apology. So it was a good job done by Václav Šafář in the qualifying this morning. He did his best lap 1:50.3. So he lost only 0.3 of a second to Sandro Celer in second place. And that's the reason why we have Václav Šafář in third place on the grid. So it's a great starting position for the Czech driver. So we just have to wait and see what is going to happen into the first corner of Brno Circuit, or Masaryk Circuit if you wish. Here we are in the stadium section, the most famous part of Masaryk Circuit and the most famous C grandstand in the backgrounds. You can see the green hill with the cars parked on the top. That's the C grandstand, always fully packed for MotoGP races. MotoGP has made a great comeback to the Czech Republic in July. after 5 years hiatus. So it is so great that the Grand Prix of the Czech Republic is part of the MotoGP calendar again, and it brings some benefits to all the other drivers, to all the other series, because the Brno circuit has been resurfaced. We have the new tarmac along the whole track, and it is actually super smooth. And all the drivers are extremely happy about it, because, for example, some drivers are saying that it is like racing with the new tires all the time on this track with the new tarmac. So it's really, really great to have Masaryk Circuit in a good shape again. Also ready for some single-seater action, for some open-wheel action here in Brno. So the sighting lap is almost done. And we will be racing again in a few moments. So we have this beautiful starting grid of 21 cars for the second race of Formula Division 2 Championship, or for Drexler Cup if you want. We have the green flag given by the marshal. We have 5 red lights and the lights are out, and we are racing again. A great start by Benjamin Berta, the racer with number 1 on his Dallara F320. Entered by Francois Racing. So Benjamin Berta is leading the way into the first corner of Masaryk Circuit. The race is for 25 minutes again, and this is another great display of performance shown by Benjamin Berta. Sandro Zeller behind the wheel of the yellow car behind him in second place, and also we have to look for Václav Šafář, the only Czech driver on the grid, racing with Dallara F312, entered by GT2 Motorsport. It should be still third place for Václav Šafář. Here is the situation up in the front. Sandro Zeller in second place, ahead of Václav Šafář. Nice battle between these two cars here through the stadium section. It's number 8, that's Dino Racero, racing for Bu Sport Racing Team with his Dallara F320. So Dino Racero is doing a great job, and also there was Andrei Petropoulos, the German driver with number 22, who has been starting the race from 10th place on the grid, and already he gained several positions, I believe. So it was a good start by Andrei Petropoulos as well. Here is the battle between 8 and 22. So this is Dino Racero and Andrei Petropoulos. Both guys racing each other into the final chicane, and it was a bold move done by Andrei Petropoulos. So I believe there was some overtaking done by the German driver. Yes, that's the true. And now Dino Racero is struggling with the pace, and he has 2 more opponents behind him trying to overtaking. It's number 20 going for the inside. That is Stig Larsen, the Danish driver of France Vus Racing, and his Dallara F320. So 22 minutes to go, and Benjamin Berta in the lead of the race, making his advantage, working on the gap between him and the rest of the field. Meanwhile, this is Sandro Zeller behind the wheel of car number 44, Dallara F312. Driving for Jo Zeller Racing. And I believe it is Václav Šafář behind him, but the safety car is out. The safety car is out for some reason. The race will be neutralized here. I am trying to find why do we have a safety car on track right now. But I can't see any reason for that, but I believe there must be one. So most likely we have a standing car somewhere on the track. And for that reason the safety car had to be deployed on the racing circuit. So the marshals will be able to remove the broken car safely. So we can check on the results now with the safety car on track, and at the moment when we still have 20 minutes to go, Benjamin Berta is your race leader, the Hungarian with number 1, leading the field behind the Hyundai i30 safety car. Sandro Zeller in second place, Václav Šafář, the Czech driver, in third place, Andrea Benali behind Václav Šafář in fourth, Kurt Berlin in fifth place, Enzo Stenetela in sixth position. Then it is Andrei Petropoulos in 7th, Oliver Quach in 8th, Dino Racero in P9, and Stig Larsson in P10. So it was really good start by Andrei Petropoulos, because Andrei Petropoulos was in 10th place on the starting grid, and right now he is there in a P7. Ahead of Oliver Koch, Dino Racero, Stig Larsson. Behind the Danish driver in 10th place, it is Lee Cunningham in P11, Marcel Tobler in P12, Michael Fischer, the Austrian, in 13th position, Christoph Ledermann in 14th place, Saren Ziffel in 15th, Nicolas Leffler in 16th place, Alexander Fritz in 17th, Luca Iannaccione in 18th place, Norbert Gröhr in P19, Enrico Milani in P20, and we are only missing 2 drivers, including Enrico Milani, because for some reason Enrico Milani is 1 lap down on the live timing, so most likely there is some kind of problem to his car. Plus we are missing Enrico Milani, yes, and also Norbert Gröhr, because he dropped the position behind the safety car, which wouldn't be possible without stopping on the track. So most likely we've got some troubles to 2 cars of Norbert Gröhr and Enrico Milani. So the cars number 122 and 6, but I didn't get any visual confirmation of that, so I only assume I'm right at this point. So still safety car on the track, and we have 17.5 minutes to go. And I'm still trying to find a reason for a safety car. Also checking the other cameras around the track, but I still can't find any broken car or I can't see marshals working on the track. Maybe the problem also could be some racing fluid on the racetrack somewhere. So we don't know yet. And as you can see, the safety car is still flashing its yellow lights, which means we are going to spend at last one more lap. Oh no, it is a different situation. The lights are out on the safety car, so we are going to be racing again at the end of this lap. So safety car in this lap, and we are getting ready for the race to be restarted. So again, it is Benjamin Berta leading the way ahead of Sandro Zeller. These are the two top drivers, Václav Šafář, the Czech driver behind them, Andrea Benali in P4 and Kurt Böhlen in P5. These are the top 5 drivers just before the restart of the race. We do have the green flags again, so now we are just waiting for Benjamin Berta to accelerate, because it is going to be his call. And here we go again into the final chicane of Masaryk Circuit to the right hand side, and we are on the main straight again. The race is restarted with 15 minutes to go, and immediately we do have a nice battle between the two cars, number 3 and number 81, I believe. Number 3, that's Marcel Tobler, and number 81, not sure who is that actually, because the number 81 is not officially listed on the live timing, so there just must be another number on the car and another number in the starting list. But anyway, it was the fight for P12, and here we have another nice battle. Number 8, that's Dino Racero fighting number 96. That's Oliver Crutch. And it was a fight for 8th place now. And this is Lee Cunningham, the British driver in the yellow car, trying to find his way through the inside, and it works for him perfectly. So Lee Cunningham actually overtakes Stig Larsson, and he takes the 10th place here in Brno. Oh, far too wide for the Danish driver now, as he made another mistake, and already there is a huge gap between him and Lee Cunningham. So good job done by the British driver here, racing for Jod Zeller, racing with his Dallara F308. And Lee Cunningham is now hunting down the Danish driver, Stig Larsson. And also there is Dino Racero ahead of him, and this is another nice battle. That's number 8 of Dino Racero in the close battle with another driver. So this is the end of the top 10 in the standings. Now Dino Racero, he was just too wide in that corner, and it only means that Lee Cunningham behind him is getting closer and closer, so Lee Cunningham is hunting down Dino Racero at the moment. And soon, most likely, it will be a fight for a 9th place here in Brno between these two drivers. But this battle will also include number 96, Oliver Crutch, in 8th place. But look how close behind Racero is Cunningham now at the moment. So Lee Cunningham in his yellow Delara F308 is trying to find his way ahead of Dino Racero, and this is the fight for 9th place in this race. Plus behind Cunningham it is also Stig Larsen driving number 20 of Franz Wurst Racing. 2 battles going underway. And this is a nice battle between Dino Racero and Oliver Crutch. And also Lee Cunningham is in the mix. Now Lee Cunningham, he was trying to hold to the inside line, but he didn't manage to do so. So we still have Lee Cunningham behind the 2 white cars. Plus there is the Danish driver Stig Larsen in the black and red car behind Lee Cunningham. So this is a nice battle for 8th place in the race between these 4 cars. 96 Crutch, number 9 Racero, 99 Cunningham, and number 20 Larsen. This all is going on with 9 minutes to go, while Benjamin Werther is still leading the race with a decent gap over 2 seconds between him and Sandro Zeller. Václav Šafář still in 3rd place, so that's the good news for the Czech fans here in Brno, supporting his hero, or their hero of course. Now there is a try to fight from the side of Stig Larsen, and he goes ahead of Lee Cunningham. What a nice move done by the Danish driver here at the end of the main straight towards the first corner. So now Stig Larsen is in P10, and here we have the fight between these 3 drivers. Amazing battle and great maneuver again done by Stig Larsen. He almost gets it done, but now he's under pressure again from Lee Cunningham. Here is Stig Larsen trying to overtake another opponent. This time it should be Dino Racero ahead of him. Into the second to last chicane here in Brno. And actually it is Oliver Crutch ahead of Stig Larsen, which only means that Dino Racero is there ahead of Crutch. So Dino Racero managed to overtake his German opponent. And we are looking at Benjamin Berta, the race leader, and his beautiful Dallara 320. An open wheel racing car developed by the Italian manufacturer for use in the Euroformula Open Championship and also Super Formula Lights. The car, which has been built as the upgraded version of the Dallara 317 chassis, in which it replaces. The car designed by two Italian designers, Luca Pigagnaccia and Andrea Tosso, very famous car for the single-seaters and open-wheel racing a few years ago. It has been introduced for 2020 season actually, so it is 5 years old car, which is up in the front at the moment, and it is the car which is most likely going for the race win here in Brno in the second race in a row, because the gap between Benjamin Berta and Sandro Zeller is 4 seconds, so I can't see any chance for Sandro Zeller to do something with this fact. Benjamin Berta is just the quickest guy on the track, without any doubts. So we have 5 minutes to go, and the fight for the first place seems to be decided to me. But how is it between Václav Šafář and Andrea Benali? 1.7 second between Šafář in third and Benali in fourth. So Václav Šafář is in P3 safely at the moment. And it would be really great racing comeback for Václav Šafář if he makes it up onto the podium. But look at this battle now. So this battle here just goes on, and I believe it was still Lee Cunningham trying to find his way, but we're gonna check on that later. And another battle here. Not many chances have left for the drivers, as the end of the race is quickly approaching. This is the number 20 of Stig Larsson, still in the 9th place. Oliver Crutch behind him in P10 and Lee Cunningham in P11. Here is the British driver behind the wheel of the car number 99. So maybe there will be a chance for Lee Cunningham to try to overtake Oliver Crutch and at last finish within the top 10 in the second race of Division 2 Formula here in Brno. Still a few chances for Lee Cunningham here, as we are in the second to last lap. and we do have potentially another battle into the third corner with number 21. It is Ludwig Kronaviter fighting with Nicolas Leffler for 17th place, and this time I believe Ludwig Kronaviter was a bit more successful, because now he is ahead of Nicolas Leffler. So good job done by the Austrian driving number 21 of France Verse Racing. It's the Lara F320, again the same car which Benjamin Berta has actually. And here is our race leader with number 1 on the left hand plate of his rear wing. It is another commanding performance shown by the Hungarian Benjamin Berta here in Brno. This most likely is going to be a second win in a row for Benjamin Berta and his beautiful Dallara F320. As he is approaching the final sector of the racetrack, and as you can see, there is already some traffic ahead of him, so Benjamin Berta will be lapping the cars a lap down in this race. We have only 5 seconds left, so this might be the very last lap of the race for the one last time through the final chicane of Brno circuit. And yes, it is the final lap, so Benjamin Berta takes the checkered flag now, and he is the winner in Brno again. Second win in a row for Benjamin Berta here on Masaryk Circuit. Second win in a row for his Dallara F320, the former car from Euro Formula Open Championship, which is the support series to International GT Open actually. And in previous years we've got some famous names in Euro Formula Open, including the son of Rubens Barrichello, so it's a good championship to watch, and we are happy to have this championship, the Division 2 Formula, just to have the older cars from Euro Formula Open still on the track, still racing. And this was just another commanding performance done by Benjamin Berta. Sandro Zeller in second place and Václav Šafář in third. So good news for the Czech fans. Václav Šafář on his racing comeback made it up into the podium. So he takes the checkered flag in third place. So those were the highlights for the second race of Division 2 Formula Championship here in Brno. This is the cool down lap after the second race, and shortly we are going to welcome the drivers on the podium for the second podium ceremony, and we are going to celebrate the top 3 drivers: Benjamin Berta, Sandro Zeller and Václav Šafář. So that will be all from Division 2 Formula Championship. Thank you very much for joining us today, and the racing action continues with GT Cup Series pretty soon here in Brno. Thank you very much and enjoy the racing Sunday here in the Czech Republic.